Yeah, how you doing? My name is Dre, aka Johnny Kilroy, aka Kim1, aka depending where I'm at, they call me something different. Done a lot of things, wore many hats. But that's besides the point. Well, maybe it is the point. But today I'm here as a filmmaker, and I want to introduce you to a lot of talented people I've met so far the moment I decided to pursue music and entertainment and everything else. So this documentary working on called People I Met Along the Way has become a great, you can say, retelling or ride down memory lane with a lot of people who have great talent that's out here doing great things and have grown in ways we couldn't see. Yeah, so in part one, today we're going to release the first two people and people I met along the way. And you're going to meet a lot of people during this journey, hear a lot of stories of how they became what they became. We're going to introduce you to Cass and Smoke. When we first met Cass and Smoke, well, when I first met him, Cass was still in high school, still trying to figure out how to mold his ambitions into what he wanted to do, both producer and rapper and everything, and obviously us and the crew was there to help him mold and find until he found his own footsteps and what he wanted to do. Smoke was already kind of seasoned, knew what he wanted to do, already been around the block a few times with a couple of different things, and you know, he was just talented and we wanted to join the crew. And at the time we was running Society, and Society was about having as much talent in the circle as possible. So from here on, we're gonna let them two tell the story. So welcome to part one, People I Met Along the Way.
Instead of me fulfilling my prophecy, I have to start one. Instead of me, doing a good job and carrying on the empire, I have to build one. And that's a hell of a job for a 21-year-old. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a job for any youngster, male or female, to have to build an empire for your family.
This here's a celebration, hustler's inauguration. Being stagnant is the poison of being complacent. The feeling we fail getting, we let the weed replace it. Trying to figure out why they make it, so we call them Masons. He got a Bugatti, then he Illuminati. Crab in the bucket, I constructed a ladder. Y'all got me pissed off, I got a small bladder. A couple pistols to settle small matters. A million thoughts through my head as the blunt embers creep toward my fingertips. Y'all are 9 factors. Though a tad bit overzealous, I be ballin' on budgets, yet these fuckers still'll be jealous. Sex appeal on infinity, get it from Mr. Ellis. Bitches still on my pelvis, running just like a track team. No blaspheme, my dick a relic, and I'm hot. Dog, please pass the relish. You don't get it? Then let it relish. And ketchup, mustard, they sweet as rhubarb pie. Hi, I'm the new me, so get to know me for all of y'all who knew me. Shout out my mother Gwen, she showed me a lot. I got a killer drive, so I'm showing a lot. You dance ready? Go ahead, light up the goods. This time we make a toast, it's for the hood.
I don't understand why America doesn't understand thug life. America is thug life. What makes me saying I don't give a fuck different than Patrick Henry saying give me liberty or give me death?
Let the blunt spark. Pour the Patron. God forgive me if I'm doing it wrong. Please excuse my if I put you in the song, but I'm through with all the childishness.
My name is Kevin Cassanova. I am creative extraordinaire. You know, that encompasses music, visuals, audio, and sight. I make beats. I sing, I rap, I love to make visuals surrounding the things that I make. Probably started when I was about 13, seriously, but ever since I was younger, I used to play record industry with my cousins. I gave us all names, and we had studio days where we would stick tissue in the bottom of a tape, put it in the tape recorder, and kind of record right over the boom box. Got serious at it probably when I was about I would say, serious at trying to figure out how to really do it when I was about 13. Started searching the internet for programs to make beats and asking people I knew. One was Rufus Duncan, if he could teach me how to play the piano. All this dude would do is just bring his piano, play something, and then be like, "You do it." But I mean, that's kind of how I learned. I learned just about the pure thirst of wanting to be great at it. Probably had the only classical training I probably had in music was learning to play the cello when I was in like grade school. I was about 15. I met this dude named Tyrone Harrell. Just put him on blast. Everybody called him Young Hungry at the time. His name, he calls himself Zicago nowadays. But yeah, he kept on saying, "Man, I want you to meet this one cat. I want you to really meet this dude. Why don't you come over on 28th? It's right down the street from where you live. Just come over." And I was like pretty standoffish when I was younger because I was a little hoodlum. You know, all I wanted to do was pretty much learn how to do music on my own time, write about the things that I wanted to write about, and chill with some females, kick it, chill. You know? So one day, I was just like, forget it. We got nothing else better to do. Let's go over there. So I guess he had previously already set up the meet and greet between me and Dre, and that happened. And you know, the rest was history. I met Dre. I met D-Train, Dwayne Wilson. I met Big Duke, Mike B, Micah. I don't know how many names this dude has, but he has a lot of them. But I met him or them. Yeah, and
Yo, what up? The Smoke is Smoked Out. And Dre dragged me out here, so I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But people ask me, you know what I'm saying, how you get the name Smoke, and I usually laugh and be like, it's because I'm dark skinned. But really, it happened from the first time I ever smoked some perp. Man, I was probably a freshman or like 8th grade or whatever, and I clicked up with these dudes from Sunrise, and they was like, "Yo, you trying to be a Crip?" It was like, I'm a freshman. I don't really know nothing about that. I'm from Chicago. My mom had moved us down south. You know what I'm saying? Whatever though, I did it. I kicked it. Passed out. It was like, Smoke, Young Smoke, and it was a joke, but it just kind of stuck with me. Everybody just was like, they would call me Smoke wherever I would go. I would always be smoking. But let's get into music though, because that's really what you want to know about, right? Right. So music. My family, we got a heavy background. My pops, he was in a cover band for like 15 years. They did shit at Summer Jam, Taste, all over the Midwest. And my mom, she was like a songbird in her church. They both in the gospel music. They both could sing, and I always just picked it up. Along the way, I would recite other people's stuff, or try to figure out how I could improve it. And then it just kind of led me into writing, and I would write for other people. And one day, I just decided to do it. Copped the computer, got some programs. Created a label, Next Generation. It was all in-house stuff, just recording. My guy Narcotic was making beats. Shout out Narcotic, he run the Next Gen now. He do his thing over there. But I was recording with him a couple years, put out a mixtape. My cousin Rico Suave, he kept telling me, "Man, you gotta meet this dude. He do music. You gotta meet him. You gotta click up with him. You just need to meet this cat." And I'm like, whatever, man, make the introduction. He bring me over to this car. It's like, 4 dudes sitting in the car, getting that cipher on. So I walk up to the car like, what up, everybody introduced themselves, I'm like, I'm Smoke. Like, oh, I'm Mike B, I'm Classic, I'm Chem 1, and then it was John. Now me and Johnny Bravado, we go back way before then. Me and him landed a gig at Sam's Club one summer, and he was like, "Yo, I heard you spit." I was like, "Yo, I heard you be getting beats." He was like, "We need to link up. One day, we gonna link up." I ain't see this dude for years. Fast forward now, I'm approaching this car, I meet these 3 dudes. They all tell me, you know, we got this thing called society. We start, you know, you need to come through and we're gonna have a circle, the famous circle. So I'm like, you know, circle? I don't need to spit for nobody. I'm God MC. Like, what the fuck, you know? But, you know, truth be told, I was very interested in what they had to offer. So I go over the next night. There's a lot of people over there. Forgive me if I don't mention you, but I believe that night I met a Voice. I met Might Be Again. I met Classic. I met Kim 1, Dre again. John was there, and a list of other people that ain't here right now, you know. But I spit for them, and they was just all like, okay, all right, you know. And it went from there. They paired me up with Cass, you know what I'm saying? It's my bro right now. And it was magic, man.
You know, and that's why I also met Johnny Bravado. And from that point, you know, we did shows. Before we started doing shows, really everybody used to just get up on the block and kind of flex. And honestly, I'm not gonna say I was really a rapper ever. I just always wrote. And I always memorized all my stuff, and it just so happened that all the stuff that I wrote were like kind of like battle type bars. So you know, we just be on the block just freestyling, which is how, you know, everybody started calling me Cass, not for Casanova but for Cassidy, and everybody was like Young Cass, you know. And somehow that name spilled over into the streets, and had a female who was fine in the mug back in high school. She's still fine. But she was calling me Young Cass too, and I was just like, wow, okay, the name sticks. Because at the time, I was calling myself Flosher or KO or something crazy. I was wrecking my brain trying to come up with a rap name. So everybody just started calling me Young Cass, and that just pretty much stuck. I believe I started making beats because Dre's house, 28th Street, and Miss Peach's house and Jimsy's house was sort of like the hub of getting all of your goods that you could otherwise get nowhere else as far as media. So you know, Dre got me some programs, and Fruity Loops being one of them, which I took a liking to, which is now FL Studio. Started making beats. Used to bring my beats around. I knew they was garbage, but I was just playing for everybody, see everybody's reactions, and it's funny because like, you know, nobody held back. But that shit sucked. But you know, but that didn't discourage me. That they knew that would keep me going. So I just worked harder at it, got better. And then this one guy had moved to the neighborhood. You know, at the time, like you know, Young Hungry, he started doing his own thing and venturing out doing his own thing. So like, I pretty much was left around these guys, and Tyrell went off and did his own thing. So I stayed around, and this other guy, Raymond, he pulls up. You know, they moved across the street from Dre. He gonna be mad because I said Raymond, but everybody know he Smoke. You know, and I think we had a recording session at Ice's studio, and I think we were recording on Down and Out by Camera. We recorded on the beat, and like it was me, Lamont, which might be, or Micah, or Skinny Guy, and I believe Smoke was on that track too. We did it for the first Society mixtape, and you know, after that session, I was just like, man, you know, because mind you, I'm primarily a writer, and I felt like I wanted to be in a group at the time because it would take the load off of me, and I wouldn't have to write 3 verses. I would just have to write 1 and make a beat, which is easy.
And I remember after y'all did that, I remember going to Smoke's crib and talking to him like, man, you don't catch me, group. And at first he was like, I don't know. He was like, I don't know if you up there yet. I don't know. And I was like, no, man. I think the conversation was done and did that same day. And he's like, yeah, okay, then cool. Let's see what happens.
Me and Cass got in the Ace studio, started banging out stuff. They took us to some dude named Ice Studio. Took us all over studio sessions all the time. We was chopping up dough. Dough ain't even had to spin. And then me and Cass devised an idea that was just like, you know what? let's X out this middle, man, and let's get our own shit. We saved up some dough, copped some shit from this little mom and pop recording store, and banged out Sweet 16. You can probably find that on that hip right now. It's a classic from us. If you haven't heard it, I suggest you go check it out. Music, man, music. Since I'm here right now, I guess y'all want a verse. We will fit a verse in here somewhere, right? And I guess I'll spit some, might sound familiar, it might not. I mean, it just depends on who you are and what you like listening to. But let's do it like this. 100 guns ain't shit if your city gets shut down. High speed chase, no time for the rundown. Dumb fucks get gunned down. Respect us G's, you acting like I don't be blowing them trees. If you gon' RAP, be about it, don't read about it. Nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream, so think about it.
100 guns ain't shit when your city gets shut down. High speed chase, no time for the rundown. Dumb fucks get gunned down. Respect us G's, you acting like I don't be blowing them trees. If you gon' RAP, be about it, don't read about it. Nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream, so think about it. You wanna doubt it? Think the team ain't gon' get rowdy? Couple shots to your ass, leave your ass owling. I'm prowling the ghetto, looking for a chick in stilettos, the kind that blow deep for metal.
Here's Mota once again. From Chicago, Illinois, the west side, you know, born and raised. Projects, broken in homes, broken down homes, whatever you want to call it. Lived in Milwaukee a couple years, lived down south a couple years. I've been all around the map and back. I got a daughter that I love. Shout out Nyana, Daddy loves you. Got a list of problems. Got a lot of brothers always in the newspaper, always pulling capers. Man, life is real. And I write about it. So in some of my music, you might hear some shit that might not even seem like the truth, but it might be too real for me or for you. Like, shit get real, you know? I like writing about my life. I like writing about your life. PMV, shout out to Chem 1, shout out to Society, shout out to Powerhouse, shout out to all my bros, shout out David the Maker, shout out Zell, you know, school me, like brought me into the studio a bunch of times, you know, told your boy, Smoke, spit it like this. And then I'll be like this? He'd be like, yeah, like that. And then I'll spit it and he'd be like, nah, man, spit it like this. And I'd be like that? He'd be like, yeah, like that. Then I'll spit it and he'd be like, man, Smoke, just spit it like this. And I'd be like, man, I don't really understand. But now I understand. I understand what you were saying.
But, you know, after Sweet 16, once again, we just started recording again. We really never stopped recording. We always recorded. We always wrote, you know. And, you know, Massacre came about, and Johnny Bravado was like, "Yo, look, I can get the player price. I'm getting Ill Will to host it. You know, he already down with it. He like what y'all doing. So we played that chop, and we had DJ Ill Will host it. And back to Sweet 16, Dread mixed it. Dread killed that. Dread mixed the Sweet 16. Dread was like,
he was our go-to guy for all the mixing that.
But he was the essential ingredient to Sweet 16 because the way he was putting them cuts and everything killed it. And you know, Massacre, Sweet 16 was more about me and Smoke flexing our lyrical and our lyrical prowess and our flows. Massacre was the same thing, but we brought like a songwriting aspect into it. You know? And after Massacre, you know, when you're doing stuff in music, things don't happen overnight. So it starts to get frustrating. A lot of people, especially people who have problems with depression from childhood anyway, will get depressed. Like I did, you know, like, and that was around that. It was another period where I just shut out, just stayed in the studio, and really that's how Framework came about. Yeah, Framework was just supposed to be like a rebuilding of myself, like the blueprint for who I want to be and where I want to go. And I guess it was also a reflection of where I've come from and things that I've done and things that I've been through. But like, For some reason, I always hold back because I feel like I never had like a big enough audience to tell my true story. So a lot of stuff when I was trimming the fat got like dumbed down during the process. Like I had songs where I like really went in and I just held on to it. But not that I didn't go into a lot of stuff that's on there, but yeah, like everything from like life's a bitch. Everything from that to now when I cruise in that old school, which is pretty much an old, like that probably is my favorite song too. Round of applause, just because like just being around certain type of people. I like to keep myself around positive people, but I have been around negative people who see people like doing something like succeed, and then they just automatically want to like beat them up or rob them or take things as another person has worked hard for. And that song was kind of an ode to be like, yo, I'm here, I'm humble, I'm always gonna be humble. So like, if I do make it off this music stuff, like, you know, congratulate me. Don't hate. And also, it was also like a thank you to my mom because she put up with me.
Success, is this a wonderful feeling? Is this a wonderful feeling?